All right, geometry. So we've done some of these in class. I'm just going to kind of go through a few of the examples, and then hopefully that'll help you through the other examples that you'll want to do on your own. But again, the proof stuff is something you're going to have to really practice. Okay, so this one here was your homework, so I'll just go ahead and look at this one in case you want to check your answers. But so for this one, we have angle B is a right angle. So that's a given, which is free points. Don't ever pass up free points. And so step 2 is the other given. DC is perpendicular to BC. Okay, and it's also a given. So free points so far. Now, if B is a right angle, I'm probably going to try and get the other one, so C, to be a right angle. So you kind of want to look at the end and see what they're looking for, but try and get the C to be a right angle. So if I'm looking at this, that's exactly what perpendicular tells me. Okay, so DC is a perpendicular. That's DC, BC. So they create this angle right here. So B is already a right angle. And then if they're perpendicular, that means angle C is a right angle. And that's because of the definition of what was told to us, which is perpendicular. Okay? And so now that we have these two pieces of information, angle B is a right angle, angle C is a right angle, now we can go ahead and say angle B is congruent to angle C. Because of our new theorem, all right angles are congruent. Okay? We don't have to say anything about 90 degrees. We don't have to say anything further than that. Okay? So let's move down. One of the newer theorems is the supplementary to congruent angles are congruent. So in this case, I've got a given. So that's going to be my first step is angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. And that's given. Now, what I'm trying to get to is 2 and 4. Okay? I have no idea that these are congruent, but what I do know is 1 and 3 are congruent, and I also know what about 1 and 3. Well, look at the picture. 1 and 2 are supplementary. Angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2, and also for 3, I know that 3 and 4 are also supplementary. So angle 3 is supplementary to angle 4. Okay? And both of those have the same reason. If you can see it in the picture that they make a straight line, then we can say that's supplementary by definition of supplementary. Okay? So, you don't have to say angles, I'm just going to this time. And so, since I already know that 1 and 3 are congruent, and they're supplementary to those two, then now I can go ahead and say angle 2 is congruent to angle 4 because they are supplementary to congruent angles, which makes them congruent. Okay? So, I'm going to leave you to, what number is that? 4, 5. So we just did 5. I'm going to leave you to 6 and move on to another example. Number, let's say, I'm going to leave you to 7. We're going to try 8. Okay? So let's look at number 8. Number 8 says the given is angle 1 congruent to angle 2. That's given. 1 and 2 are congruent. It also says angle 3 is complementary to angle 1. And it also says angle 4 is complementary to angle 2. Well, this one's kind of simple. Okay, these are all givens, first of all. A lot of free points on this one. But this one's kind of simple because we already have 1 congruent to 2, and here's 1 and 2. So if 3 and 4 are complementary to 1 and 2, that means angle 3 is congruent to angle 4 already, because of the same reason as supplementary, but this time it's complementary to congruent angles. Makes them congruent. Okay? So, let's do, I'm going to leave you to that one. Let's do, I think I'm going to leave you to the rest of them. If you have questions in class, that's what we're going to spend time in class doing, is working through the rest of that worksheet, and then I'm going to have another activity for you that you can use if you want it, okay? So again, practice this stuff. Use the given and use the picture in order to get what we're trying to find, okay? Peace.